Fish!
Hooray!
Hey everybody, welcome back to VGC Regulation E, where today, as you can see, we have a Showdown Salt style video for you. I hope you enjoyed the widescreen version of my YouTube short. I figured I might as well throw it at the beginning here because it's very nice and I put a lot of effort into it, and you know, if more people can see it, that's really good. The rest of the shorts are not edited that way, but in the future, if you'd like to see more battles edited that way in these long form videos, let me know, because I can do that. It just takes a lot more time, and I don't know, I don't want to just make the decision if it's not something that people want to see as long form, because I could definitely see it getting to be a little bit much in a long form video. My wife's asleep. We're going to try not to wake her up. She is under the weather today. Everybody go down to the comments and tell my wife to get better soon. Anyway, with that, we have a very special team today, a team that is very near and dear to my heart, and honestly works way better than I feel like it has any right to. It's CRAMORANT. I love CRAMORANT. It's a great Pokemon. It has such a funny ability. It's such a funny Pokemon, like, just all around. If you don't know, if you haven't been following me for that long, because at this point, most of my following has not been following me that long. I made a team in Sword and Shield called Cramlossal, and basically this is the revival of that team. It works a lot better in Sword and Shield, I think, because Dynamax is like so good for Colossal. But the basic idea here is that we're playing Cramorant, we're playing Colossal, and we're playing a Storm Drain user. On this team, it is Tatsugiri, the most offensive Storm Drain user. On the the Sword and Shield team, it was Gastrodon, but that's because Dynamax was really good for Gastrodon too. We don't have Dynamax, so we're running Tatsugiri. Let's explain what's going on here. So basically, if you don't know what Cramorant does, it has this new a signature ability called Gulp Missile. Every time it uses either Surf or Dive, it comes back up with either an Arrokuda or a Pikachu in its mouth, depending on how much HP it has. If it has more than half HP, it's the Arrokuda. If it has less than half HP, it's the Pikachu. And then the next time Cramorant gets hit with an attack, it spits that Pokemon out at the Pokemon that hit it, doing 25% damage. And if it's an Arrokuda, they take a defense drop. And if it's a Pikachu, they get paralyzed, which is very, very cool. It's a very good ability, surprisingly. If it worked with more moves, I think Cramorant could honestly maybe be viable if you squinted. Also, new to Cramorant this generation gets Tailwind, which is really nice. Tailwind being a TM means so many mons get Tailwind, and having access to Tailwind on something like Cramorant's actually low-key kind of good, because you can just protect, click Tailwind. Cramorant will usually survive because people don't feel like they need to double up into it because it's Cramorant. And then you go off. We're just kind of running like max HP, max speed, because sorry, I just woke up. Because we don't really want to have like special attack investment and do a bunch of damage to our Colossal. There's nothing else that we'd rather invest in, so we're just running max speed, max HP with the Sash just in case we don't live a single hit. And then Feather Dance is cool. Lower the opponent's attack by 2 stages. Very funny. It's basically Charm, if you don't know what Feather Dance does. Terra Ghost, so we can get around Fake Out, though I never really ended up needing it, I don't think. But it's there. And then we have Colossal. Colossal is the ability Steam Engine. If it gets hit by a Water type attack or a Fire type attack, its speed gets boosted to the max, 6 times basically, which puts it at 4 times speed, which means that even though Colossal is a Pokemon with a base 30 speed stat, you can invest very little and go very fast. We're running a good chunk of bulk here, some special defense that we don't take quite as much from our Surf, and also Colossal is already very physically bulky. And we're running weakness policy because it's weak to water. We're Terra Rock, which is Colossal with Terra Rock Rock Slide is very funny. It's not the more, I mean, there's not really a common set for Colossal now, but generally in like Gen 8 it was a special set because you can't get intimidated. This generation, physical sets are a little bit more common because you get more spread moves like Earthquake. It's not just Heat Wave, Power Gem, like third move. This is pretty cool. Heat Crash is also very nice. It's a very strong fire type move. And since we're physical and we're not running Heat Wave, we just need some kind of fire coverage and we don't have to take the recoil from Flare Blitz. A lot of things do not want to eat this Heat Crash at +2. And then we have Tatsugiri. This is a Storm Drain Tatsugiri. If you didn't know, Tatsugiri has a second ability. It's Storm Drain. We're running Terra Steel because it's just a very good defensive typing for Tatsugiri to switch to. Mystic Water for extra damage. Just Muddy Water, Draco Meteor, Icy Wind, Protect. Very fun. We are running just enough speed to outspeed things under Tailwind. We are hitting 214 under Tailwind, which is, you know, enough to outspeed everything that you need to outspeed. Same thing for Colossal. Colossal will hit 54, so we hit 216 after we get triggered, which is enough to outspeed everything except for Aleki and Booster Energy Bundle, which is the same thing Tatsugiri is going for, which is very good. And the last couple of mons here, we have Rillaboom, very cool. Grassy terrain's really good for what we're doing here. And also it's a grass type, which means it switches in very well on the attacks that Tatsugiri, Cramorant, and Colossal do not want to eat. Ogerpon, same kind of thing. It likes to eat those attacks as well, but also it has Water Absorb, which means that you can set up a Swords Dance next to your Cramorant, eat an attack, and then potentially just get some HP back, which is cool. And then Fergraph to help us deal with Trick Room. I didn't bring it that much, but I did bring it to some games. It was good for the games that I needed it for. It also gets around priority moves. Otherwise, we don't have a great way to deal with like Chien-Pao Dragonite or something like that, so it's nice to have it here. But I found in a Trick Room, like usually leading Cramorant Tatsugiri was enough because it was such a passive lead that you could just sit there and collect special attack boosts until you were ready to like go, and when Trick Room was over, you could just kill everything, which was really cool. But yeah, this is a very, very fun team. If you are a Cramorant fan, you will enjoy this team. If you want to see a rental of this team, let me know down in the comments. Because I'll do it. I mean, we got to do what the people want, you know? But yeah, as always, guys, if you like this video, leave me a big fat like. Comment one of those many things that I told you to comment. Gosh, I'm telling everybody to comment for everything today. And if you get to the end of the video and you like it, subscribe. The best thing you can do for any content creator that you enjoy is subscribe. It doesn't have to be me either. If you're watching another content creator and you're not subscribed to them, go subscribe. You might as well. You're already watching their content, and like I said, it's really the best thing you can do for them. And with that, everybody, let's go on and get to the rest of the video.
Get over here!
Splish! 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 Sploosh. Sploosh.
Hooray!
Sploosh. 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 Sploosh.
Here we go again.
Sploosh. Sploosh.
Get over here!
Sploosh. Sploosh.
Thank you.
Sploosh. Sploosh. Sploosh.
Hooray!
Footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main. Making big reads with my footer brain. EV's giving me footer gains. Play it on rain, call it footer rain. Get what you run a footer train. Ball so smooth like a butter main. Footer main, footer main, footer main. Footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main, footer main. Making big reads with my footer brain. EV's giving me footer gains. Play it on rain, call it footer